I would like my colleague, Dr. Svetlozara Leseva, to summarize questions that we got at the chat. So let me give a chance for some questions.
Thank you very much. There are, in fact, a couple of questions in the chat. One is to both presenters. In fact, what will be your advice to developers of language resources for an under-resourced language such as Bulgarian on how to make our data more visible outside the scientific communities and platforms? So basically, this is the sentiment that there is not enough visibility and we don't always have the knowledge what to do, how to make them more visible and used by society. And there is also another very interesting question. There is a very recent article, an interview with AI pioneer Andrew Ngo, who says that it's time for smart-sized, data-centric solutions to big data and to big issues. So in fact, he shares his concern about big data and that it is time to craft smart-sized solutions. Do you share this sentiment that he has expressed, that we should focus on providing well-crafted and data instead of aiming at all costs to big data? So this is for both presenters.
Okay, thank you, Svetlozara. Who is going to answer? Actually, the questions are tough.
Yes, I mean, I know that we have only, or that we are a little bit running out of time, so I will want to be brief. I mean, for the first question, the obvious answer, of course, is to gain more visibility, especially for a language like Bulgarian, is to do exactly what Penny has just described and upload your services in the ELG, because I mean that's what we are there for, more or less, to especially help languages, even although the fact that many of our resources are still in English, and the vast majority, as I've shown. But of course, we don't want it to stay like that, and that's what we are doing in the ELE project. So if there are among the audience people who provide or who've already services data sets that they want to provide to others and make visible, then yeah, the ELG platform would be the place to go. So, and we would really recommend and of course encourage you to go that way, because that's, if we can grow and scale up here, then I think this will be of benefit for all of us. And for the other question, well, this is of course not something that you can really seriously answer within 1 minute, but of course, as we know, not everyone, not every small company, not every research group has the opportunity to work with big data and with large language models. This is simply not feasible and not realistic, I think. So of course, then it's good to work with what we have at hand and to also collaborate and find collaborators. And that's also exactly what ELG is there for, to find other groups and other providers that where we could join forces and see if we, in a combination of our services or our data sets, or of leveraging data sets that are already there, can get us ahead. And I'm very sure that this is quite the way that we should go, because otherwise Europe will have a very difficult time in catching up with large companies and research departments in the United States and in China, for instance. So
if I can add to this, I think it's very important that we start sharing. This is the big way ahead. So if you have resources, you have services, yes, please share them through ELG. And once they're in a platform like ELG, etc., the next step is starting to look at quality. Yes, big data, they're usually not very they're not all of them ready to be used and in a format and they don't necessarily have the quality that you might like to have for specific applications. But once they're there, once they're described, once they're found, and they can be used, we can start looking at the quality of them and start improving the quality. So yes, I want to encourage you all to share, like Katrin said.
Okay, let me finish the discussion session with these very positive and very inspiring messages.